Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. I'm actually stunned by the story I'm about to tell you. It's a story of sheer, unadulterated arrogance and conceit. Hubris, even. These people, the SNP, they live in a world where they're so consumed with their own self-importance, they fail to see that they are absolutely useless and they should be the last people in the world offering advice to anyone else. This is an astonishing story. Marie Todd, who is the SNP sports minister, went off to France for the World Cup, Rugby World Cup, the important one. And she stood there and with sheer barefaced cheek gave advice to the French on how to host important sporting events like the Olympics and the Tour de France. I'm not making this up. We're going to have a look at this, but it is absolutely stunning in her arrogance. Here goes. Now, honestly, this is the story. You couldn't make it up. You literally couldn't make this up. The sheer arrogance of these people is beyond any kind of capability of me to understand. I cannot get how these people can sit there and with a straight face say these things. But before we have a look at it, could I ask that anyone who is yet to subscribe, please do hit that subscribe button, pull your finger out, hit the button, hit the like button as well. That massively helps. And we get there because I'm so close to 9,000 now, I can almost touch it. I'm only, at the time of doing this video, I'm only about 70 away from getting to the 9,000. It'll be an excellent day. We can do this. To me and you together, we can get to 9,000. Me by asking, and you just by hitting that button. If you're a regular viewer, you come here regularly, there's no point in dilly-dallying, hit the button. And if you're a new viewer, hit the button and join us as we search for the truth. Anyway, this story is beyond belief. SNP minister wanted to offer advice to French politicians on hosting the Olympics and the Tour de France. Now, I'm going to give you a stunning statistic here. Number of Olympics hosted by Scotland? None. Number of Olympics hosted by France? 6. When it comes to expertise in hosting the Olympics, I think the French probably know a little bit more than the SNP. And as for the Tour de France, tell me how many times the Tour de France has gone through Scotland. I know it's gone through France quite a bit. I also know that earlier this year or late last year, they had the big cycling event through Scotland, which was supposed to be a big world-setting stage thing. Ended up causing a lot of disruption. There was a lot of people sort of very against it. It was disrupting trade in the big cities. It was a massive, massive overspend, millions upon millions overspend. It was designed more to be a puff piece for politicians, all come in there and all look wonderful and shaking hands and photo ops. And very little of it was actually to do with the cycling. And the legacy was that, people were just fed up with it. So another fail. And yet they think they can tell the French how to run the Tour de France. It's a joke. What planet are these people living on? Now, of course, this is from Marie Todd, a woman who goes to the French-hosted Rugby World Cup and annoys everyone by saying what a great time she's having. Look at me, look at all the expensive things I'm doing that you're paying for. As she pointed to the people of Scotland. Look at this, I'm staying in a very nice hotel that you're paying for. I'm eating the best food that you're paying for. Rather than standing there and being in some way, I don't know, deferential, representing the people, not doing that. What? These people, they just need to go, don't they? Absolutely need to go. Anyway, Scottish Government Sports Minister Marie Todd headed out to France to mark the start of the Rugby World Cup back last September. And she was urged to share learning with French politicians on hosting sporting events. Are you having a laugh? What the hell does Marie Todd know about hosting sporting events? the only one she's ever been involved with, overran and was seen as a failure. A prominent SNP minister was urged to offer advice to French politicians about how to host major sporting events like the Tour de France and the Olympics. Unbelievable, isn't it? Marie Todd highlighted the success of the Cycling World Championships in Scotland as the reason for this. It wasn't particularly successful, though, was it? It lost money. That is not a success. The Scottish Government Sports Minister headed out to Nice and Marseille in September to mark the start of the Rugby World Cup. Both those cities are twinned with Edinburgh and Glasgow, respectively, and she met some local politicians while she was there. Let me just tell you what those twinning means. To you, me, or anyone else, it means precisely bugger all. But to politicians, it means a regular little jaunt across where they can quaff champagne on one side and quaff, a single malt on the other side, and then eat the best of foods that each company, each city has to offer. So obviously you go to the likes of Nice, which is a beautiful city, if ever you get a chance to go there. And you can have some, wonderful, wonderful French cuisine, drink a little vin de pays as you sit there in the harbour area at Nice, and go to the old town, medieval little old town, beautiful place. And then they go across to Glasgow or to Edinburgh, and they sit there on a pint of heavy and a deep fried pizza. I know it works better one way than the other, but hey, what do you expect? This is, of course, the SNP. That's not true, of course. You get some excellent food, and I'm not having it. I am joking, of course. We previously told how she was accused of boasting about the amazing time she had in France by angered Scots taxpayers. Oh, yes, you had a whale of a time. She weren't paying. Miss Todd shared a video of her dancing the Dashing White Sergeant before going on to detail how she enjoyed an amazing meal at the Nice School of Hospitality, where our national chef, our GMA chef, I don't know what that is. Oh, G McChef, sorry. Web addresses. Anyway, had been working with the students, introducing them to our produce, from salmon to langoustine, raspberries, oats and honey, not to mention the whiskey and gin. She also posted a picture of her firing a cannon. While she was there, she got to fire the Canon de Midi, which is set off every day at noon in Nice, and it's very similar to the cannon in Edinburgh. It did supply briefing notes prepared before some of the summits, which revealed that Miss Todd was told to offer learning to politicians about how to host a big event, like the 6 times they're hosting the Olympics, or the annual Tour de France, or World Cups. Things like that. How many World Cups has Scotland had? Oh, that's right. The same as the number of Olympics. And yet she feels confident enough to tell these people who've done all that how to do it. It's like some schoolboy with an O-level in biology telling a brain surgeon, oh, don't cut that bit, cut that bit. Fuck off, son. Jesus hell. Anyway, the note read, with Nice and Marseille hosting the Rugby World Cup in 2023, the sailing events at the Olympic Games in 2024, the final leg of the Tour de France in 2024, and other major international competitions, it is clear we share a common commitment to supporting top-level sport. What? You may want to reflect on the recent UCI World Championships and offer some learning ahead of the TDF that will finish in Nice next year due to the Olympics taking place in Paris. This World Championship cycling that lost so much money. There, I'll go down the Royal Mile. And they lost so much money. It was millions. Here we go. The very next line. It was revealed last year the Scottish Government has overspent on the cycling competition by 8 million, after already supplying 36 million to host it. And this came amid a brutal 6.6 million cut to the culture budget. So you cut the culture budget by 6 million, so you can splash out 44 million on a bike competition that was designed only to make politicians look good. Nobody else was interested and annoyed all the locals. What a joke. I'm done. What a joke, though. What an absolute joke she is. Look at me. There's me holding a stick and firing a cannon because it makes me look important. No, love, it really, really doesn't. Makes you look like an arrogant idiot. I'm coming up. So there you go. A party filled with the most stupid, ignorant, inept, crooked, corrupt, and just utterly evil people want to travel to France to tell the French how to run the Tour de France. Told you couldn't make it up. And that's for their Olympic experience. France 6, Scotland 0. Sheer bloody hubris, isn't it? I'll stop there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that has amused you. It does go to show exactly the psyche of these people, though, that they think that they know everything about everything when they know nothing about nothing. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.